here pretty soon. Let me refresh and make sure. But basically how it works is that troop trophies are going to be calculated a little bit differently. Individual trophies won't be affected in any sort of way. And so the two primary, here we go. So the two primary areas that it's going to change, or that you'll see notice in, is TVT and the raid bosses. So primarily how it's going to work is the raid bosses. Right now, they give you trophies based on the health of the boss, right? So if you get 1,000 individual trophies, you get 1,000 troop trophies. But we changed it so that you get a specific amount of trophies from the raid bosses based on the difficulty for your troop. So if you set it on medium, you get a certain amount of trophies for the troop, but then you still get the individual trophies based on the health of the boss. There are several reasons that we did that. One is that we wanted to focus on the troop aspect. So we didn't want, so we see sometimes, you'll have you'll have a troop with, 25 people, but just one really powerful guy who kind of carries the troop, and that's okay in some cases, but we also want to try to make it more exciting for the people who are farming and things like that. So you can still get the individual trophies, and then as you'll see as I'm playing this, so TVT does not give troop trophies. It does give the individual trophies still. So if I'm attacking, as I'll show you in just a moment, I'll still get the individual trophies, but the troop trophies will still stay the same until you fight the raid boss again. And I'll be taking questions as I'm explaining this, and I'll try to read anything that you guys give me. Oh yeah, you saw the legendary. So I was actually going to show him off on a little bit later. So that's, well, it's fine. I actually can still do that. So I think this is the unevolved version, this guy. So that's our new water legendary, which is pretty cute, pretty exciting. The one that I'm using right now, my guy, is this is the evolved epic. So this is the one that you can get from the grab itself. Okay, let's see if Lily is ready to fight. All right, let me refresh. I think I can just change rooms, but I'll alternate the app. I know normally during this time of the stream I go through Q&A, talk about what's coming up and do introductions and things like that. But because TVT is on a specific time frame, we're going to go through that, and then I can elaborate on certain things and then go and talk about what's coming up. Since I'm on a testing build, we won't be having a PvP match like I often do, but I believe we'll have something similar to that on our next stream. Okay, let's see if I have any new questions. Okay, let's restart this again. Oh, another reason that we're going around and focusing on changing the troop trophies, the way that they're calculated, is that we want to kind of remove some of the randomness with the enraged bosses. I mean, that's something that I've seen for a long time. Players, I've seen them complain about it on BC Global and the forums and everywhere. And I definitely understand that, because, I guess Don, our designer, he explains it pretty much perfectly here. Just to quote him, he says, "As the system currently stands, a troop who summoned and defeated more bosses on Extreme than another troop could easily or actually lose in troop rank, and that just doesn't really feel right to us." So that makes a lot of sense. So if you just happen to get lucky and got more enraged bosses, I mean, everybody has the same rate to which they can get it, but if you just happen to be a little bit more lucky and maybe even did less raids, then you could still end up or you could still end up winning, and that's not quite the team effort that we're looking for. Okay, let's see. All right, let's fight this guy a little bit. I think I saw a visual bug there. All right. I also like that we're doing turn-based. Turn-based is my favorite. Right. As you'll notice, we have a rock boss here. Shout out in chat if you're excited about that. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Kinda got close there. Alright, let's just try to get a couple attacks in there. And then after this I'll go through the raid boss and fight him too, and then you can kind of see the difference. See how these things are being tracked. Yeah, I can't remember the last time, or the last raid boss that was rock. Is Willy rock? Can't even remember. I want to say Steampunk Willy's rock. Correct me if I'm wrong there. So yes, these guys have snipe because I gave them snipe. A lot of the stuff that you see, we're still setting up the event, so some changes may vary. So I can't guarantee that these guys will actually have snipe. But I think Dawn often makes the damage guys have snipe or something similar. Okay, so anyway, let's go to our troop. Our troop is currently ranked 2nd, so we're going to have to work on that. And we have 3750 in trophies. So basically that should not change during the, well, not during the Twitch stream and not during our TVT match. Then I've got a whole bunch of trophies. Winning quite a bit of legendaries here. Oh, I'm first place. That's actually, feel pretty proud about that. I think QA earned me those trophies earlier. Actually, let's go ahead and use, let's use my benchmarks. Ah, here are the ones that I earned earlier. Yes, so TVT will be personal trophies only. That's correct. Yes. All right. Let's fight one more time. And then we can move on to the raid boss. Princess Lily is back for revenge. Kind of got, oh man, I messed that up. Kind of got demoted though. I used to be a raid boss, but now I'm just a TVT guest boss. This is just a test device, so all these monsters are just on a testing environment. Yes, the TVT enemy that you fight is always the same as the raid boss. So that way, if you have damage monsters from the event, they'll still have that bonus to the raid boss or to the TVT boss. All right, a couple more turns. Should have given myself a swap in there. All right. Here we go. Yeah, so I did not get to max out, I think either 2 of these. Yeah, maybe those 3. So earlier today I was evolving them. I was kind of in a rush and I didn't get around to evolving those. But for the sake of the example, it's more about showing you how the trophies work rather than dealing maximum damage. Let's see. Yeah, so I still have a couple that are level 2. Okay, so as you can see, my trophies, my trophies have gone up, and our troop trophies have not. Once the match ends, I'll get some bonus trophies, get a lot of bonus trophies if we happen to win, and the troop will stay the same. So I'm going to wait until that ends, and then move on to the raid boss. So we got 8 minutes, so that'll give me enough time to kind of talk a little bit about some other stuff as we wait for TVT to end. I'll continue taking your questions. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I have any more before I move on. Oh, no, we could still evolve them. Let's see. Oops. Oh no, these are all evolved actually. We just need to max them out. All right, let's see. So we can fight 10 times the same monster of commons. Yes. Oh yeah. That, I'm glad you brought that up. So I was actually going to mention that. Glad you brought that up. So yes, so mass farming, everybody's favorite feature, is back again. I think this is the third raid event that's happened. So yes, so basically for those who don't know what I'm talking about, is when you're fighting the common monsters in the raid, you can do the slider. You can use the slider and fight 10 at a time, technically. Let's see. I don't think it'll even let me fight since I have too many spots open. Yeah, I have too many specials filling up my inventory, so I can't show you that. But actually, you can see that I earned quite a bit of those leaf guys, the leaflings. Is Survival Dungeon ever coming back? I know I've seen a few people curious about that. Survival Dungeon for the raid specifically. I know the first time I think there was some sort of issue. Oh no, I think there was some sort of issue where iOS people were able to do it and then Android people couldn't, or something around those lines. So we ended up pulling it and then we reinstated it in the challenge caves. And then we ended up reverting it back because players liked the old challenge caves better. But we know that players still liked the survival caves in the raid. I definitely can bring that up. That's a good point. I can make a note about that. Survival for the raids. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because, that is kind of fun. I mean, mass farming does a little bit of what survival caves kind of did for the mini-boss, where you can, get the chance of getting a lot of the special monsters, and that helps you farm and be able to fight the boss more. But that's a good point. Let's see if I have any other questions. So yes, the event rewards from Celestial Tower. So we kind of posted this a little bit here and there. I think I saw some questions on the fan page that we addressed, and I think Yulun made a post as well. So there was an issue with the Celestial Tower's individual rewards, where the script that was running them ended up stopping them once we resumed it. A few people kind of fell through the cracks, so we are working on that. So support should be correcting those. So if you contact us at support, we'll be able to help you out there. Okay, let's see. A couple more questions. Benchmarks. So I actually don't want to show the benchmarks. Well, you kind of saw the ones that I collected already, but I guess I could show you them, but I can't say if this is final or not. But these are. Let's see. All right, yeah, these are kind of what they're looking like. But as I said, this is what they're looking at like right now. So I'm not sure if these are completely in because this is still a testing environment. So certain things are subject to change. All right, so let's see. We still have 4 more minutes. Let's. Let's see if I have any other questions. Does the boss health increase every time you battle him? That's a good question. I believe it does. So how does that affect the new changes? So that doesn't affect the troop trophies because it'll still be based on the difficulty. So if it's extreme, I think it's 20,000 trophies. Let me actually read the amounts first before I go through that, because that's another good point. Yeah, so 150 for easy. This is just for Valentine's specifically, just FYI. So 150 for easy, 750 for medium, 3750 for hard. As you can see, we did that one on my troop before this, and then 20,000 for extreme. So So as long as you keep doing the same difficulty, you'll get the same amount of trophies. But the boss's health, I believe, still should increase, which means that the potential for higher individual trophies should also increase as well. So there is still that. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the reason I actually mentioned the amount of trophies that you're going to get specifically for the troop is just that I'm sure everybody's pretty used to getting millions and millions of trophies for the troop, which is pretty cool. So if you're getting 20,000 trophies or tens of thousands of trophies, that is not a bug, but that is intended. But it's still relative because the amount of trophies that people are going to be getting will be the same. It's not like it's going to be less. It's it's the same ratio technically. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right, I'll move on to Raid Boss in just a little bit. So let's go over some other things that are coming out. So answer some of your questions, and I'll continue to answer those throughout the stream. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, so this week we're also doing the player appreciation. So player appreciation is where we take some categories, so players that have made a really big impact in the community. So I think Monday, Thursday? So Monday we did people who are doing consistent fan art. I know you see a lot of this on the stream. I usually host a lot of that on the iPad that I use, or even the background of the stream, which is great. So we're big fans of people who create fan art of the Battle Camp stuff. So it's really cool. So we called out a few of those guys in a good way, or spotlighted them. Then I think Tuesday we talked about people who are super helpful in the community, which we love that. We love seeing people who are answering questions, giving advice, and just, if there's something that I can't answer in the groups or on the forums or things like that, or on Twitter, and somebody else comes by and says, hey, he said this, or, Battlecamp addressed this here, or something like that, then that helps us out a lot, and we appreciate that. And then yesterday, we highlighted people who have broadcasted, YouTube and Twitch, and created content like Solid 77 making BC rank, which is phenomenal help to the players, and we love seeing that sort of thing. And then today we'll make another post, and then another one tomorrow. So check out Facebook and Twitter for that. And then another big deal. I'm actually really excited about this, so I'm glad that we're having this stream this week, so I can confirm that we do have a new cool feature coming out. I believe I'll be teasing it next week, as long as it's like I was talking to server and they're still working on it. So as long as it's getting around to it, I think next week I'll tease it. And this feature actually came out from the discussions that we had during the conference call. So once again, keep looking at the fan page and looking at Twitter, and then we'll announce it there. But I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's something that everyone will be pretty happy with. All right, so I earned 108,102 trophies, and then got a whole lot more with my individual bonus. We had 10 energy. Then we had 3750 troop trophies. Let's see if my individual updates. There we go. And then troop trophy should still remain the same. All right. So I believe I said that the first raid gives you, or the easy raid, I should say, easy raid gives you 150 trophies. So let's go ahead and do that. I think my guys are strong enough to beat him on 1 energy. What do you guys think? All right. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Oh, there we go. 1 attack. Okay, so that, I believe now we should have 3,900 trophies. Is that it? My math is correct. There we go. 3,900 trophies. Now let's... Oh yeah, here we are. Alright, so I earned 115 trophies because he had very low health. So that actually worked out for me. Is a super weak new player. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, I have addressed one of the concerns there. Let's try and do medium. Go with 5 energy this time, just because he might be a little bit stronger. All right. Easy peasy. So what did I say? What does medium give me? 750 trophies. So that should give me... Oh. I'm not sure if I can do extreme. Give it a try. Oops. How am I going there? All right. There we go. 4650. All right, let's try and do an extreme. Maybe it's not... I'm actually not sure what number this one is. I mean, so hopefully he's weak enough where I can do that. That might be too tough. Extreme might be too tough. So let's go ahead and do hard. Even if I could take him down, I'm not sure if I could do it in one stream. All right, we'll do hard. Go with 10. See how it goes. Okay, let's see. It's a shame having to waste all those beautiful gems. Give me some wind. Oh yeah, this guy's going down, no problem. Oh, may have spoken too soon. Yes, I discussed. So Lord Sad is asking about second Evo. So that's something I discussed in the last stream a couple weeks ago too. So this update, so 3.3.0, which came out last week, is something that we wanted to focus on. So we took your feedback on the monsters, so we had some recolorings and the monsters that had helmets. So we took your feedback on that and then wanted to really focus with the bandwidth that we had to create a whole lot of new monsters, just completely new monsters. And so that's what we did here. I have let the team know about everyone's interest in getting new second Evos because, of course, I know Fenrock's really popular, Webula, and a lot of the other dragons from the dragon event. Which one was that called? Sorry, lost the name. But we're working on it. So I think I told someone this on BC Global or somewhere that basically or I didn't but some. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so basically what we're saying is that I'm hoping that we can get them out for 3.4.0. I can't make any promises right now because 3.4.0 will be coming out kind of in time, hopefully for Easter. So there is kind of a time crunch there, but